Sinex nasal spray. Lasts up to 12 hours when congestion strikes. Uses directed Vicks Sinex nasal spray. I haven't had a cold in a long time, but it's coming. It's coming. I'll come January, February. I get one every year. It's coming.
When we were little, my grandpa, if we had a sniffle, would cover us in Vicks.
Yes, I still use it today. Joy Taylor's joining me. All right, listen. I understand the media. You're looking for stories. I don't even consider myself part of the media anymore. I don't. I am just.
Big J journalism's gone?
No, I'm doing my own level of journalism. They're doing fake news. I'm doing journalism.
Okay.
This story is stupid. Headline. Passing stats are up around the NFL, but Tom Brady's are down. Let me continue. Brady's averaging 7.4 yards a pass this year. The NFL average is 7.5. Well, what is he throwing left-handed out there? The story continues. Brady's completing 65.2% of his passes. The NFL average is 65.1. What is going on? He was the MVP last year. The story is asinine. You ever seen the TV show Chopped? It's that food show where they bring in a bunch of people and they give you 4 ingredients. They give you licorice, an avocado, maple syrup, and horse meat. And they ask you to make the world's greatest pork chop. Let's just say this out loud. Tom Brady's leading receiver this year is a running back. His slot receiver's coming off ACL surgery. His best running back's a rookie who's been hurt all year. His tight end's in his last year and has 1 touchdown. And his best deep threat has played sparingly the last 5 years and joined the team in midseason. And you wonder why Tom's not the leading MVP guy. Folks, Tom Brady this year has beaten Houston. They lead their division. Chicago, they lead their division. Kansas City, they lead their division. Oh, and he beat Andrew Luck and Aaron Rodgers. Are we kidding here? Say it out loud. He's got an old slot receiver off a torn ACL, a tight end with 1 touchdown in his last year, a rookie running back who's been hurt all season. His leading receiver's a running back, and his best deep threat has personal issues, perhaps some addiction, and has played sparingly the last 5 years. And you wonder why he's not tearing it up. The media now makes stories up to take shots at the current NFL dynasty. Patrick Mahomes has the best play designer in the league as his coach, the fastest player on the outside in Tyreek Hill, a top 5 running back in Kareem Hunt. The number 2 receiver, Sammy Watkins, is a number 1 on many teams, and Travis Kelce's the best tight end. Yes, Patrick Mahomes should be tearing it up. The Patriots' receiving leaders are number 1, a running back, number 2, a guy that played sparingly for half a decade, number 3, Gronk, who Sunday may not play again, number 4, a slot receiver off an ACL surgery, and number 5, Chris Hogan, who can't outrun me to that camera. Okay. No, really, the media, it really is not fake news doesn't exist. That's fake news. You guys are real bum. Must be throwing left-handed. I mean, let's be honest here. We're just making crap up. We are just making crap up.
Well, people have been wishing for the downfall of the Patriots and the crack in Tom Brady for many years. So any kind of statistic that can kind of maybe point to the decline is happening.
If we have 2 dynasties in football right now. We have the Alabama one and the New England one. The Alabama one's a very easy one to root against. Nick Saban refuses to go on the road out of conference. Nick Saban plays Citadel 3 times a year. He could play real teams. Nick Saban always conveniently has a bye before the biggest games. They manipulate their schedule. Now, they're very, very good. But never forget, in his 4th year, he lost 3 games. And then he stopped going on the road out of conference. Nick's been manipulating the better part of this decade. He has been manipulating the last 5 years of this dynasty. I'm not saying they wouldn't still be great, but they're manipulated. New England's beating people. They don't make their own schedule. It's not their fault that Dolphins can't get their act together. I mean, I'm never going to root against a professional dynasty. College dynasties are easy to root against. The better you are, the more games you win. The better you are, the better players you get. The coach has too much power. He can manipulate the schedule. Mike Krzyzewski can totally manipulate Duke's schedule. 30% of the schedule, they can play all games at home. I mean, the big game for Alabama this year was in Orlando against Louisville. Louisville since fired their coach. It was such a mess. New England beat Houston, leads their division. Kansas City leads their division. Chicago leads their division. Beat Aaron Rodgers. Beat Andrew Luck. And it's hard for me to hate that. I will say this. Did I tell you I went to the Laker game last night? I had incredible seats.
You mentioned that.
Here's the thing. So let's just take Golden State out of it. You guys all keep telling me the Lakers have no, and I'm not trying to be a homer here, but Portland's got the second best record, 10-4 in the West. So they're the second team in the West right now, Portland. They were a third seed last year, and I watched that game last night. Lakers are better than Portland. It's the second time they beat them.
The Lakers are seventh in the West right now.
Yeah. But the Lakers also had a new star and had to jerry-rig and the chemistry, and it's all new pieces. Portland brought back the same dudes. Portland brought back the same coach, the same stars, the same backcourt, the same front court, the same players. Lakers are all new players. They're all new. Rondo, Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, Beasley, LeBron. They've never worked with Luke Walton. We knew the chemistry would be an issue. I mean, by the way, Lonzo didn't even play. He was hurt last year so much. Brandon Ingram missed 30 games. I mean, I watched that game last night, and I'm sitting there watching. When I go to games, I kind of watch as a scout. I'm kind of watching as, I'm trying to kind of how do these teams match up? Portland's got three guys who can really play. Three guys scored 75 of their points. Lakers have seven guys that can play. JaVale McGee can play. Tyson Chandler was great last night in spots. Lonzo was hot. LeBron was great. We know Rondo can play. I mean, so Brandon Ingram, though he's frustrating, can play. He's not as good as we wish he was. I think I'm waiting for him to pop. But, everybody just said, the West right now, take Golden State out. Lakers aren't the second best team. They're long. They're athletic. They've shored up some defense. I'm not saying they're winning the West, but this idea they're going to be at the bottom, I just don't buy it. And their schedule, next three games are 3 W's. Orlando, Miami, and Cleveland. Greg Cosell, NFL Meat Sandwich, next.